Everybody, welcome back to Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. We'll spend the next segment talking with the District High School Principal of the Year and also a semifinalist for the State Principal of the Year. It's Mr. Blaise Pellegrin, man. Thanks so much for being with us. Congratulations. Great honor, man.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's an awesome deal, and I know a little bit about this. My wife's background in education. It wasn't just, they just don't call you up and say, hey, you made the cut. You didn't have to wrestle anybody, right?
Right.
It's a process that goes for over a year, probably, right?
Yeah.
When you get nominated locally and then to move on to the state level. Tell me a little bit about where and how this all happened and why you ended up as a semifinalist.
It starts off, the district selects for each grade level, elementary, middle, and high school, a principal of the year, and that happens back in October, November. From there, they submit the names to the state, and you go through several rounds. The first round had us do a couple of entries. One was, how would we engage all of our teachers and students of diverse backgrounds and make sure that teaching and learning is happening for every student every day. And then they also had us do a video, what would be some advice that I would give to a first-year teacher coming in and try to help them, or a first-year leader. And then we also had to write like a biography of ourselves. So kind of give your own little story of how you've come through the educational process. After getting through round one, then they move us on to round two, which is where I got to be the semifinalist for the State Teacher of the Year. In that one, they had us write an entry, which was about an initiative or a project, something that you've implemented. How'd you start it? Where's it at? What are some parts to it? And what does it look like by this point, whenever you are in the year? Like, how do you feel it's going to be? What's the evidence that you've got that it was successful or not successful? And what are some maybe changes or plans that you've got to finish out the year? And then we also had to do a blog. Now, I had to research what a blog was because that's not kind of in my wheelhouse. But once I saw some simple steps about how to write one, it really kind of flowed. And I enjoyed that process. Back in May, we went to our Teacher Leader Summit, which was in New Orleans, where nearly 6,000 teachers go to a conference that the Louisiana Department of Education puts on. And in the opening session, they took the 24 people who had made the semifinalist round, and they narrowed it down to 9. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get to move on, but I do get to be recognized this Saturday at the World War II Museum in New Orleans for a program that, like I said, it seems to be like a big event.
Right. And you can relax and enjoy it, right?
Right. I can relax and enjoy it because the pressure's off.
How cool is this to have recognition as a teacher? Because we all know that sometimes it can be a thankless job, right? It's nice to be recognized by your peers and the likes of that.
Right. And it was an interesting situation to have it happen when it did in my career. The year prior, I was actually at South Terrebonne High School, and it was the year we platooned.
Right.
And
you had a little bit going on.
Had school, kind of the shortened version of school.
They
after
should have
Hurricane
gave you an
Ida.
honorary one going through that year.
And then I was moved back the following summer to Ellender Memorial, which I'd been at previously, to help bring that campus back together and get the school year rolling. And so I was kind of in limbo between the two different schools, getting this honor. So I truly felt like, and with the support I received, I felt like I was carrying the whole East Side on my back.
Right, yeah.
You know, because teachers and students and parents from both schools really supported me through this whole process.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And like I said, I don't know, you're probably more of a contractor than a teacher those last couple of years. I know how it's been, but yeah, to go through that is a special time. And now you're a supervisor of special education, so you got another job, so you got a lot going on, huh?
Yeah, so we've got some new initiatives coming through with that too. I mean, recently going to that Teacher Leader Summit, the state's got a few things that they want us to start moving towards. They're going to give us some more guidance. So we're excited to be rolling those things out and being able to help out all of our diverse learners.
Yeah, it's a great time and a great rewarding career to go into, where you get to see kids all over the place and people go, hey man, you changed my life. Like I said, I know my wife, she sees people all the time. I went into science because of you and now I'm a doctor, that kind of stuff. We don't always thank you guys, and you don't always make as much money as you should for your level of education, but it's a rewarding occupation, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is. And I mean, it's kind of heartbreaking to see that the numbers that are going into education. I recently went to
We got a big bubble coming up. Yeah.
I recently went to an apprenticeship meeting at Nichols and spoke with the director, Dr. Channing Parfait, of their student teaching program, their residency program. And people just aren't going into education anymore.
Right.
So they're trying to find creative ways for us to start getting kids interested in going into education while they're still in high school.
Yeah. No, like I say, it's a great career from that. And sometimes stuff runs downhill on the teachers. I mean, when they're having a big veto session right now, dealing with a lot of stuff that somebody in a classroom shouldn't have to deal with, right? Those kind of social issues that shouldn't fall on our teachers should be more, at our homes and that kind of stuff. So you excited about what night are you going to?
It's on Saturday evening, and it's at the World War II Museum from 7 to 9. They'll be recognizing not just the principals of the year, but also teachers of the year, emerging leaders of the year. The state has a lot of different programs to where it's going to be just, and they're calling it a gala event. So it's going to be a black tie affair, and everybody's going to dress up and have a good time.
That's awesome. And you kind of know the roadmap of how you need to do things. So are you going to mentor the next principal down the road who might get nominated?
Well, that's the good thing about the position I'm in right now. I am going to get to work with more principals so that I can help to try to share some of the things that worked for me, especially having worked at a couple of different schools and different levels.
Right. It's an entire East Houma in the middle of the worst hurricane that's ever hit us. So, man, congratulations again. And, man, have a great time at the gala. And we're proud of you, man. Thanks a lot.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back with more Bayou Time right after this.